Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel ExcelSutra. Whether you are a new beginner user of Excel or you are using it on advanced level, this channel is dedicated to help you improve your skills into Excel, improve your data presentation into Excel, and by result increasing your productivity also. So in today's video, we will talk about two simply advanced functions of Excel: the if function and conditional formatting with using with if function. In if function we will use a nested if. Using two ifs in one single formula or using two or more ifs in one single formula, that makes it a nested if function. So what we will do today is we will start with basic data and use if functions on it, use conditional formatting on it, and then see what magic these two functions can create together. So let's start. So as you guys can see now, there is a data on screen. These are marks of students in subjects of accounts, maths, science, and English. And these are results. These are their percentages. And this column tells whether they are qualified for merit list or not. There are two criteria. First, in every subject, student should get 35 or above marks. And second criteria is total 65 percentage are required for getting into merit list. Okay. So now today we will understand these four basic conditions, these four basic functions, how to use if function effectively, how this right comes in cells wherever we want it, conditional formatting for above and below in numbers, conditional formatting for data bars in numbers, and conditional formatting for whether cell contains something or not. Okay, on text values. So, and why this is important? Let's see the magic of if and conditional formatting together. See now, this student has got 30 marks in science. That's why he is fail. I'm giving. Saying 35 here. So this will make him pass, and this is making him qualify for the merit list as well. So this is how things can change dynamically if we work in Excel. I'm just taking these marks as an example. So if anyone relates to these marks, consider it as an example on it. Okay. So let's do one thing to check this whether this all works or not. Let's try working on it. Let's try to create similar file. Okay. So now here you can see I have a data based on, this is the random marks. Okay, this is not any rocket science. This is a random marks. What I did is I did this. I used the random between function and gave 25 to bottom and 100 to top, and I copied this, copied pasted it below. Okay, and this will change dynamically, right? So what I'm doing is I'm copying this and pasting it here in values only. Okay, so this is what I have done. So now let's start with getting the results according to our conditions. There is only one condition for result. In every subject, in any subject, marks should not be below 35. Okay, so let's start with using if. I'm saying if in accounts the marks are below 34. So why below 34? If I say below 35, it takes 35 as an fail too. Okay, so that is why below 34. Now if this is true, the student has gotten 35 or above marks in accounts, then I want to check if his marks for maths is also above 34. Okay, if this is also true, student has got 35 marks, 35 or plus marks in accounts as well as 35 or plus marks in maths, I'll check if he has gotten 35 or above marks in science too. And at last, if this is F4 cell I'm typing now, F4 above 30 or 34. Okay, So now we have conditions, like we are using four ifs in one formula. Okay. Now, if all this is true, if every if is true, I'll say give me pass as an output. And if any one if is false, I want fail as an output. Okay. Now, when fourth if has ended, now to end every if, I'm giving every false a value to give out. Okay. And we have one more left. So, okay, this should work. Yeah, and it is working. So now I'm copying this and pasting it below. Guys, you will get all these formulas in description of this video. Okay, so no need to worry. I'll provide everything for this. In percentages, I just want sum of this cells and divided by 400. Okay, and it is giving me percentages. I'm copying this and pasting it down. Now I want merit list. So for merit, I'm using if again. If this this cell has value about 0.65. I'm writing this in 0.65 because it is in percentage. Value if true, I want P as an output, and value if false, I want blank as an output. So Excel consider this as in blank. Okay. Now here it is giving blank result because fail is there. Okay, and 64% is there. Yeah, we need one more criteria in if here also. I want to check if student is pass or not. If student is fail, then he won't get merit. He won't get into merit list, right? So I am writing a pass here. Okay, and then this it will start, and in false I need blank. Okay, I'm copying this and pasting it down for every cell. Now you can see this right here. Why this right is coming? I wrote P as an output. This right is coming just because I'm using this font. In Windings to form font, you have symbol for every letter. In I mean in A it will have symbol. So for P there is a right symbol, and that is why it is giving this as a result. Okay. So now formulas are done. We will shift to conditional formatting now. You understood, right? How this right is coming instead of P. I gave into formula, I wrote P as an output. But since this is a font which is Windings 2, it is giving me right. Okay. This simple, this is how simple was that. That was not a trick or something like that. Okay. Now let's conditional format everything. For conditional formatting, I'll select all data for of marks. I'll go to conditional formatting here. I'll highlight cell bottom rules, and I'll go to simply go to greater than. Okay. So if it is greater than 34, I want it to be green. Okay. And yes, it is working. If I change this to 38, it should be green, and it is. Okay. Now I'll go again and I'll say less than. In less than, I'll say less than 35. Okay. And I want red. Yeah, it is working. If I change this to 32, it should be red. And yeah, it is red. Okay. Now in pass fail, I'll conditional format things with cells that contains. Okay. If this cell contains pass written as a value, I want it to be green. Okay. And if same cells contain fill as a value, I want them to be red. Okay, so it will give me red. Yeah. And let's check if it is working right or not. If here is 32, I am giving 35. So yeah, it is changing itself and color is also getting changed. So value as well as cell format is changing dynamically. This is why, because we are using if and conditional formatting together. Now let's see another type of conditional formatting. Here we won't go to highlight cells, we will go to data bars. In data bars, I want it to be data bars. What it does is it creates a bar like value for your cell, and whichever is higher, it will give a longer bar to it. Okay, so this is it basically. This is how it works. Now here we will give another conditional formatting. Again, I will go to text that contains, and we will say P. If text contains P, we want green. Okay, so this is how things work. Now let's check if things are working properly. We will use random between again. We will say 25 bottom, 100 to top. And this formula just gives random number from 25 to 100. Okay, I'm copying them. I'm copying them from here and I'm pasting them as a value. Okay, and everything is changing. So this is how if with conditional formatting works. So if you have any doubt or any new type of conditional formatting required, or you want to learn new things, you can simply select data and go to conditional formatting and try new things from here. You can also give rules. I mean, you can also give your own formula for cells to contain something, and it can work on that as well. Okay, so go try new things into this and comment down below if you have any doubt or if you want me to make video on any new things or new topic. Until then, bye.